Just like when you were a teenager, it's time for the Sweet 16. Hey guys, Tom here. Welcome back to the Underground and the Classic Cocktail Clash. That's right, it's time. The first round is over. We're moving to the Sweet 16. But before we can do that, we have one more match in the first round that we have to talk about. This was the last first round matchup. It was in the boozy bracket, and it featured the Long Island iced tea, which made it all the way through the drinking round. Actually, only had one drinking round matchup because it had a bye, but it beat the Godfather to move into the main bracket to go up against an all-timer, the Standard Martini. If you remember, we made ours with gin, vermouth. We talked about how back when it first came about, the ratios was a lot higher. It was either like 4 to 8 parts of spirit. We used gin in this case to 1 part of sweet vermouth. We added a little bit of orange bitters, served it up, and surprisingly to me, it was a really good cocktail. I guess just that it's just the classic nature of it, I guess, what made it good. And we naturally used decent gin, good vermouth, and it was just that orange bitters, I think, that made it what it was. And that went up against the Long Island iced tea, the good old standard from my youth, the kind of a kitchen sink drink. Vodka, rum. I mean, it's clear we didn't win this drink. Vodka, gin, rum, triple sec, tequila, a little bit of citrus, a little bit of soda, cola, topped it off, and it was. I had honestly had forgotten how good it was. I put it out there to you guys, and the winner of this final matchup in the boozy bracket, a total shocker to me, was the Long Island iced tea. I was amazed. I mean, it wasn't even close. I think 1 or 2 people voted for Martini, but everybody else voted for the Long Island. And it's a little bittersweet because I think we have maybe some more options moving forward with the Martini, but hey, the masses have spoken, and that's what it is. So the Martini moves into the Sweet 16, and today in our first matchup in the Sweet 16, it's going to be a good one because we're going to the fruity bracket for this matchup, and let's see, just let me get my, and it's going to feature, sorry, I'm ill prepared as usual. It's going to feature 2 really good ones that are not only are they in the fruity bracket, but they also hit that tropical note, because in this matchup, the first matchup of the Sweet 16, it's going to be the Daiquiri versus the Bahama Mama. Now, if you remember, the Daiquiri took out the Tequila Sunrise, which was, in my opinion, that was a really good matchup. I enjoyed both of those drinks. And the Bahama Mama beat out the Melon Ball. Again, I enjoyed both of those as well. The Bahama Mama, we had a lot of options with. We chose to make the version from the Bahamas book, which the name escapes me. But again, 2 really, really good cocktails. And we actually, and for this matchup, we're gonna make them both for 2 reasons. I know I said earlier, moving forward, we'll try to condense this, maybe talk about a couple matchups in each one, not necessarily make them, especially if they're just going to be repeats. We are going to make these because, 1, they're not necessarily repeats, because the Bahama Mama, there's several options we can use to make this. We're going to make the same one we made before, and that's going to go up against the Daiquiri, which we are going to do a little bit differently. But the other reason is because, hey, we're today off and we got nothing to do, so we're going to have a couple cocktails. So let's make the Bahama Mama. Go through the recipe again. It's going to be 1.5 ounces of rum. Now you can use plain rum. You can use flavored rum. Any kind of tropical rum would work in this drink. But you know us around here, We like our coconut. So I'm going to use some coconut rum, our favorite. You use any kind you want. And to that, I am going to add some vanilla. Oh, I gotta clean that. Some vanilla cordial. This again is our favorite. We just discovered this on our last trip to the Bahamas. It's called Port Royale, but you can use some vanilla rum. You could use some Tawaka, you could use some Liquor 43, anything to get that vanilla. Heck, you could even put a tiny splash of vanilla extract in there if you were so inclined. And then we need some juice, 2 ounces each of pineapple. Oh, that was only one. Can't mess this up. Not the best pouring apparatus, but you know, I talked about before, I don't waste my juice, so I freeze it into little cubes and then I defrost it as I need it. So I just defrosted it in these glasses, which are terrible to pour out of. But we have solved that problem simply enough. And then if I can get it off here, splash of grenadine, our homemade naturally. And then another dash of bitters. I'm going to use orange because why not? Let me get a touch more ice in here. And then something else we seems to haven't done in a while. Cue the band. Shake it up, shake it up. 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 So, an appropriate glass. I'm not going to waste this ice. It's no big deal to me. Top it off with some more ice. A straw. What's a good tropical color for a straw? How about orange? And then you can garnish this any way you like. Fruit, I have a pineapple with a cherry, and of course, I'm using our favorite Howie Spiked cherries. Not a commercial, just a shout out to some good friends over at Howie Spiked. And there you have it, folks. Our first matchup first drink in the matchup in the Sweet 16 in the fruity bracket, the great Bahama Mama. Next up, we are going to make a daiquiri. Not just any daiquiri, mind you. I'm going to make a raspberry daiquiri. And you might ask, why on earth would you make a raspberry daiquiri? One, because the daiquiri lends itself to a lot of customization. And two, I have a lot of raspberry stuff floating around. But this is not going to be a frozen daiquiri. This is just going to be a regular daiquiri with some raspberry flavor, which I think should be fun, should be good. We shall see. So I need about 2 ounces of rum, thereabouts, but I'm going to put a little more. And then some lime juice. I have some lime juice in my favorite new little lime squeezer pitcher combo. And then it calls for some simple syrup, but I'm not going to use just any old simple syrup. I'm going to use some of my homemade raspberry syrup. And in addition to that, I am going to give it a little extra flavor with just the tiniest little splash of raspberry liqueur, because I can. Some ice. I need a shaker tin. Here we go. A glass is in order. I just happen to have remembered to put my coupe glass in the freezer this time. Some glasses I store in the freezer, beer glasses, cocktail glasses, things like coupes and specialty types, I always forget. You could garnish with a lime if you like. If you happen to have a couple strawberries floating, or strawberries, raspberries floating about, you can put those in there as well. That would be lovely. Lovely. Did you watch, there's this channel, it's a cool channel. It's Beard Meets Food, if you like food channels, where the guy, he goes around and eats a bunch of different stuff. So I always try to talk in their British accent. Mrs. Beard, they always, the way they talk, and his sister, I always think this is yummy. Or lovely. But anyway, I don't know why I just did that. So there you have it, guys. Number 2 today in our first Sweet 16 matchup, the raspberried daiquiri. There you go, guys, our 2 drinks today. So without further ado, it's time for ready, drink. I'm gonna try this one because this to me seems to be the most interesting. Not that this one's not going to be good, because I know it will be. Cheers. Cheers to hanging out with us during this crazy time of the cocktail clash. That's good. That's really good. It's got everything you want in daiquiri. Citrus, sweetness, boozy. And then you add in the raspberry flavor. It just knocks it out of the park. Wow. Wow. Here's this one. I know this one's going to be good. It's no question. I don't know how we're going to do it. I really don't. I knew this was going to happen. We'd get into the later rounds, and it's going to be heavyweight bout after heavyweight bout moving forward. So you picked a great time to come and see us and hang out with us, because just like this matchup, they're all going to be monsters after this. So you got to make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified when a new clash comes out. And it's going to be fast and furious. I have a feeling things are just gonna buzz right through. So be sure that you're here for it, because we're gonna have a great time. I don't know what else to say. I am speechless at how good these 2 drinks are. I really am. So try them. I mean, Bahama Mama, you might not get this exact one, but you'll get a Bahama Mama. And jot down the recipe. And take it when you go out and say, hey, can you make this? I mean, write down, they're not going to have Port Royale, but just put like Tawaka or Liquor 43, vanilla rum, whatever they have. And they have all the other stuff. They got coconut rum, they got orange juice, they got pineapple juice, they got grenadine. So it's going to be good. This one, they might have raspberry syrup, but they're going to have rum, they're going to have lime juice, they're going to have raspberry liqueur. So you can get either one of these. And you got it, because I'm not going to be able to decide this myself. I mean, I don't even know which one I like the best right now. I can guess which one Lisa's going to like, but I need your help. Vote and tell me what you think in the comments. Vote, Instagram, X, however, email me, chat me, whatever. I don't care. I can't do this alone, guys. This is the struggle of the masses, and I'm enlisting your help. So with that being said, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go hang out, enjoy some cocktails. I'm gonna drink like a pirate, as you should always do, but please do so responsibly. And if you like this kind of stuff, why not share the video with somebody you think might like it. Like the video, share it, chat us up, you know, leave us a comment. Let me know what else you want to see. If you have any predictions going forward in the clash, I don't know what the next one's going to be, but you can see. Actually, let's talk about that real briefly while I have you here. What's the other matchup in this one? Maybe that's what we'll do next time. The next one we'll finish out the fruity Sweet 16 bracket with a Seabreeze versus a Tom Collins. Now, a Tom Collins leaves us open to a lot of playing around. We got Tom Collins, we got Rum Collins, we got Vodka Collins, we got John Collins. We can make all kind of Collins. The Collins is just basically a style of drink, but we could mix it up if we so choose. So that's an idea. And also, I'm still toying with the idea of maybe a live happy hour. Let me know what you think about that. But in the meantime, I'm gone. Tell your friends, tell your family, enjoy a cocktail with somebody that you like hanging out with, and then come back and see us again. And until then, remember, I'll save a seat at the bar for you. Cheers.